Well, yet again, the French double up the scoreline here, taking half 8-4 over the Italians. Big shout out to Hero2 in the live chat, informing us about the new roster cap of 26 players. We will bring you, though, our Tokay halftime show after a brief break for these messages. Don't go anywhere, folks. The halftime here in the women's final. Welcome back here, half-time at the European Youth Ultimate Championships, and you just got a sneaky look behind the scenes at our wonderful stats keeper, Elia Giardin, as we get the half-time show sponsored by Tokay Ultimate Cleats. The music on the sideline starting to rise. You might be able to pick it up through our headphones, but it's all been about the French on the rise. What a redemption that was in the early stages for Crossi, where this game felt a lot different, Christina.
Indeed, it did. That one, just after this first break, the French got into lead. Go back with that second break. I think that was the first hold from Italy. Ascari in the back. Perfect body control and getting those knees down.
Well, Ascari has received 2 of the 4 Italian goals so far this game. Briolini, the number 3, the other 2 receptions. And Pivetta and Martinini snaffling up this assist on the scoreboard. But that was the score so nice they did it thrice. 3 times of asking. Forget with an assist twice and then finally a goal.
I think that was number 2 we saw there. Big defensive presence down there, and that's, I think, the third shot that jumps over the defense, or the defense jumps, but under the disc rather.
And you can see the dismay on the defenders so many times, especially Lucia Negroni on that play. I think first and second, it looked like she had the best opportunity to make a play, but they're just missing the disc by a hair when they play defense.
That expansive defense. First shot D for France. First break they got after the trade out. And then they went on some kind of a run.
Oh, some kind of a run indeed, taking us all the way from 2 apiece to 5-2 in favour of the French. There have been moments of brilliance. Just the smackdown there. Heads up play from Lisa Lechamoine, who then, of course, went on to score the goal that took us here to the half-time. And it really is all about this French women's team. They just have that little bit something extra, Christina, but I feel like maybe that's just the mentality change. The Italians know they've already suffered a defeat to the French, and they have looked so class throughout the course of this tournament. A little bit of a contrast, of course, to their open team, who will be playing in the third final today, who looked all the business at the beginning of the championship, but suffered some really tight ones against their opponents, rather than sailing through like the women's team has here.
Indeed, we talked about the pressure on these teams. Not quite, maybe the men have not been quite tested, the Italians. The Italian women's side have been tested once or even twice, getting close wins, rather close wins against one or the other team already, but the French just better at that, really.
They are indeed showing a little bit something extra, but anything can happen, and anything can certainly happen at a European Youth Ultimate Championships. We have seen scorelines turned around, of course. Can we fail to mention the Austrian women's comeback from 4-11 down to a universe point win against their familiar rivals, the German women's program?
Well, I'd love to mention that. I think, especially in the youth division, it is often just not as important to get breaks, but rather to keep energy high and get those breaks back.
Well, that is the opinion of the Italian coaches. I know we've just been treated live to a little dance show in front of the fans in the stands, but it looks like the Italians at the moment, they're just warming up, getting their throws sort of together, just trying to put the first half behind them. I think at this point, we're not quite at the level where you're just playing the second half for developing your program, but anything could occur. Well, thank you very much to Tokay for sponsoring our halftime show. Of course, we do have their lovely flag behind us, and we've already mentioned the quality of their product on the field. We will be back, though, with the second half of this match in a few moments. Can the French sail through to a gold medal? Half-time here in the women's final at the Youth European Ultimate Championships 2023. And you see there on the drone, that's the next two opponents warming up on the field behind us, and our Tokay cleats there. Great shot from Cam too.